bringing the future of finance closer to every Filipino. This is PDAX. Welcome to Philippine Digital Asset Exchange, where you can trade your crypto for as low as 200 pesos on the web exchange or through our mobile app for more convenience. Register and create your PDAX account with us today. Everything you need to maximize your crypto journey is here at PDX Prime. With PDX Prime, you'll have direct access to the crypto market, allowing you to trade over 50 tokens, including exclusive OTC coins, faster and at competitive rates. PDX Prime also has a dedicated team of experts who are passionate about crypto and other solutions to help you make the most out of your crypto journey. Plus, as a PDX Prime client, you'll have early access to our wide array of crypto learning sessions so you can stay ahead of the curve. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Join PDX Prime today. The PDX Prime service you love just got even better. You can now trade a total of 70 tokens through our trading desk. Our selection of cryptocurrencies includes 19 new and popular tokens, namely USDT and Polygon Network, WETH and Polygon Network, CRO, Algo, BUSD, Ape, Tron, Gala, and more. With PDAX Prime, you have more trading options than ever before. Contact our PDAX Prime team today to know how you can start your journey towards a successful crypto trade. Visit prime.pdax.ph or email prime@pdax.ph. We're making it rain tokens and gift vouchers here at PDX from August 15 to September 30 to make your crypto experience even more exciting and rewarding. Simply sign up on our web exchange or mobile app and get your account verified to receive 100 pesos worth of Bitcoin. Just use the promo code HelloPDAX100. And if you're making your very first cash in deposit, just type in the promo code CASHIN150 and you'll be rewarded with 150 pesos worth of Ethereum. But wait, there's more! You could even get a chance at winning giveaway vouchers worth 250 pesos after you've claimed your Bitcoin or Ethereum reward. PDAX is choosing 10 winners per week for the duration of the promo. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now and enjoy the rain at PDAX. Visit pdax.ph or download the app today.
Minsan kasi ang tao na-attract yan, oy, kumita ka, oh, ang ganda ng percent mo, port snapping eh. But at the end of the day, for me, it's important we tell them outright, crypto is not for you. Build your savings first. There are times that, I would want to be upfront to them and say, teka lang, hindi para sa ito. I need you to make sure you don't spend the money you will need to buy food tomorrow and invest on crypto. Mali yun. No? So, yun yung exam ko. If you get lower than 16, build your savings muna. And kasi mag-iiba yung yung decision making mo on trading. Ibang-iba yan. If you have money versus you don't, ibang-iba yan. And if you go to me and you tell me, Coach, gusto ko matuto, I have this amount of money, then sige, we'll take the exam. Pero pag you tell me, wala na po akong pera, Coach, how can I learn? You build first your financial acumen. Maybe crypto isn't for you because it's a very highly volatile. Ang ayoko mangyari, pinangutang mo yung pera mo pang trade, kawawa ka.
Mr. Jed, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great. How are you, Pat?
I'm doing great as well. Actually, not so great given in light of the recent
Yeah,
price
but life
movements of
goes on, you know.
the recent price movements of our very beloved coin Ethereum, which just recently went through the merge and is now dropping like a rock. Jed, but besides that, I digress now. Everyone, please enjoy and welcome to the latest episode of Fresh Money, where we have the latest news. We're bringing the latest news in the metaverse, NFTs, and of course, cryptocurrencies in general. Today is a very special episode because Jed, this is our the first episode that we will have an international guest, someone
Yes,
from Singapore.
we're going
Nonetheless,
international.
we're going international, my friend. But before that, I have a little bit, a few, kind of a selfish agenda. I prepared a deck. This is the first time I prepared a deck for for Fresh Money. So everyone here, bear with me. But everyone watching again, thank you. Oh my God, the chat is blowing up. Everyone, welcome to Fresh Money. Before we introduce, I'll allow Jed to introduce our very, very special guest. Let me just share my screen just a little bit to show you what I prepared for this very special episode. Okay. All right. You guys see that?
Yep, we see it now.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay. So, uh, everyone can see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. Uh, just to review everyone who is listening right now, around a month back, PDAX recently listed 9 new exciting tokens. So these are mostly the tokens that are of my favorite flavor, the metaverse tokens, mostly, but some are also very interesting as well. So we have GMT and GST from the very famous Move to Earn game Solana. We have the alternative layer one Algorand. We have the stablecoin Binance USD. We have the gold derivative PAX G, and we have Ape on Ethereum, which is, of course, the native utility token for Bored Ape Yacht Club. And then lastly, we have the three other new tokens, Mana, Sand, and Gala. So more and more exciting new things that we have in store for everyone in PDAX. Namely, we're gonna list more new tokens the and all of the tokens that you really like. So everyone listening in here, please just write down in the comment section below what is your, I guess, special request for us. Which token would you like to really for us to list on our platform? Secondly, Jed, we're gonna have so I guess this week is very special in the sense that number one, we have our very first international guest, and number two, we're also going to have a special edition of Fresh Money this Wednesday, September 21 at around 6:30 p.m. We're gonna have none other than Jason Hu from the Step In marketing team. For those who are not familiar, Step In is a very famous move to earn, one of the actually pioneers of the move to earn GameFi movement, where you can run, jog, you can brisk walk, and you earn tokens out of it. So very very exciting new things. Personally, Jed, I am an early adopter of Step In. I've been running almost every day for the past maybe 6 to 8 months now, and I actually love it. So we're gonna discover all of the latest updates and news of Step In here in this very special episode. And of course, I'd like to add, they're gonna have the very first meetup this September 25 Sunday between Barn Dog, the very famous international brand ambassador of Stepin, and the whole Stepin PH community. So everyone who is very active in Stepin, please do join that meetup this Sunday. Second, during this special AMA, we will be giving away 200 tokens worth of GMT, and of course, the most coveted free NFT sneakers of Step In. We're gonna give away two sneakers as well. We're gonna give away free NFT Step In Solana sneakers during the AMA. So make sure to stay tuned and also join us for that special episode of uh, fresh money. And lastly, Jed, this is something that I guess very close, something that's very close to my heart, and it's something that us in the Metaverse division, Meg and I have been cooking up for quite some time now, which is what we call Digitex. So Digitex is short for De La Salle Interactive Entertainment and Gaming Innovation and Talent Expo. Wow, that's a mouthful. But
Yeah.
what it basically is that it's a virtual exhibit of DLSU's first ever graduating game design course, and it will be held in Decentraland. But at the same time, those who do not have access to that can also join us in various Zoom webinars, Zoom talks, and we're going to be inviting all of the I guess very exciting people in the metaverse to do some talks among the DLSU student community and also in the metaverse community, Web3 community, and the crypto community. So, what is special here, Jed, is that we will be unveiling during this event uh, what we prepared for, which is this. I'll just show it to you. This is what the team at Digitex is very hard at work in right now, which is we created a virtual Decentraland version of the Henry C. building and the De La Salle building in the metaverse. So that's very exciting. If you're very passionate about the metaverse, this is your chance now to I guess experience it in a very exciting way. You can log into the central and imagine your avatar going inside the LaSalle building. And of course, the one to the upper left, Jed, if you notice, that
Yeah.
building is also very special because that is the our very own PDAX building. And what's very nice about the designers here is that if you go look on the top view, you would see that it's actually designed to look like our own PDAX logo, right? So again, I mean, we would be amiss if there's no prizes and promos during this event. So what we're gonna do is during the whole Digitex experience, during the whole event, we're gonna give away mana. So up to as high as 2,500 pesos worth of mana will be raffled off to people who create their own PDAX account and verify within the time limit, which is up to October 7, 5 p.m. So that's a very generous amount of time for everyone to join this promo and be eligible for the raffle. Secondly, we're going to create an airdrop for free, Jed, for free, to
Ooh.
anyone who will fill up the form and give us their Polygon wallet address. And what will be airdropping is our very own Digitex uh, merch, Digitex themed merch that they can use to wear and visit Decentraland during the whole Digitex event. So, grabe, Jed, like there's so many things happening this week. And
Yeah.
as you mentioned, I mean, there's so much things happening that I had to create a deck for it.
Just
But
to remember everything, no?
yeah, just to remember everything. But everyone, please do visit us for all of these three events. But without, I guess, taking much time anymore, I am super excited, Jed, about our very special guest for today. Why don't you do the honors in introducing her?
Sure. So our guest for today is someone who fell down in the rabbit hole of NFTs. She fell in so deep that she left her corporate job to start her own NFT collection. But her journey wasn't easy. In fact, it was quite a roller coaster. Our guest for today will talk about her journey, how she overcame the difficulties she experienced, what it takes to build and sustain a community, and maybe some alpha on her NFT collection. So without further ado, let us all welcome Chanel Lee, the founder of the Tasty Toasties NFT collection.
Hi,
Hi,
Hi, Chanel.
Chanel.
excited to
How are
be here. Hello, I'm great, thank you.
you? You're
So many
looking.
exciting things in Decentraland.
Yes. I forgot to tell you while we were backstage. There are so many things happening, but do you
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
feel welcome to join us during these events.
Yeah,
Hi, and I see you also have your cat with you, ready for the podcast for this
yeah.
episode. Um,
He wants to
but,
be an NFT.
oh, I would wait for that. I would actually buy an NFT of your cat. That would be really cute. But Chanel, thank you so much for joining us. I am
Yeah.
super stoked to have you here. Mostly because, again, for selfish reasons. It's been my secret ambition ever since before, even actually before I joined PDAX, to
Yeah.
create my own NFT collection,
Yeah.
and of course be
Mm.
successful at it. I've been going through it, through the motions in my mind. And I actually, the biggest question I have is, how in the world do you make sure that your NFT collection is a sell-out success, that you can actually sell everything that you listed. But actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. We can save that book market and put it in our back pocket for the meantime. I think what we can start with is actually, if you could tell us a little bit about your background even before crypto, and how you came into the crypto journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've worked at a couple of different places before this. I have been in the Singapore government. I was marketing director for a global fitness brands line of performance apparel and footwear. And then during the COVID years, I was working in enterprise B2B automation tech, which is like SaaS, software as a service. So I was doing partnerships and sales there. So kind of my interests have always been kind of tech and lifestyle related. Um, and last year, I learned about the insanity that was NFTs, and that's when I jumped in with both feet. I actually learned about crypto in 2017. So I think the last time there was a Bitcoin halving was around 2017, I think around that time. And it was all over the news. I remember going on Reddit to learn like what is blockchain, what is digital money, what is Bitcoin, and I was extremely bullish on Ethereum. It took me 2 months to open a trading account. I signed up for like every single exchange I could find, and the KYC took like 2 months because there was a lot of demand and not and systems were not properly built back then. So by the time I got my account, it was already pretty much at the peak, and I bought some Ethereum, bought a whole bunch of the best altcoins of the era, equivalent to today's Solana. So my portfolio was 50% Ethereum, 50% a bag of other stuff. And then shortly after that, everything crashed. So I just left it there. I didn't sell. I just left it there. I told myself, I'll check in 10 years or something. And then last year there was this massive hype. So I came back, checked my account, I was like, cool. And then I learned about NFTs, and I just jumped in because at the start of the pandemic, when Bitcoin was $6,000, I remember looking at the news and thinking, maybe Bitcoin will moon if all the governments screw up the management of the pandemic and people start to lose faith in the government and institutions. So all the anarchists and all the liberals will be like, I want digital money that is like decentralized. So then Bitcoin hit $9,000, and I told myself, I missed the train. So that's kind of like two moments in my life, 2017 and 2020, where I was kind of looking at it and I had some thesis, and I didn't really, you know, think too much about it or think that I would be involved. And then when I learned about NFTs, I was like, I'm not gonna miss this boat. Let's go. Let's use this to start a cute brand that I like. No harm, just try. So that's kind of how I got started. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Chanel, so you started in 2017. You came in at about the peak, you forgot about it. Then you came back into it in NFTs. That is
Yeah.
super interesting to me because I know so many people who went through some sort of similar path as you. And
Yeah.
actually NFTs, they're so interesting to me because it's not just, you don't go into it just for the sake of earning money, unlike the tokens, right? NFTs could represent literally anything that you want.
Yeah.
And in this case, they represent specifically these really cute looking bread people that I don't really know how to classify, but they're called, I guess, Tasty Toasties, right? So why don't
Yeah.
you talk a little bit more about the genesis of that idea? And of course, what you did, the struggles that you went through to get to where you are right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the back of my head, when we were so when I say we, it was myself and my brother. How for a very simple reason, we were trying to mint Cyberconk's VX. This was in August last year, So that was the second NFT I was trying to get my hands on, and I had learned all about it, in the middle of the night, going down the rabbit hole, and I told my brother what I was doing. So we were both camping there, trying to buy the VX, and it immediately got sold out. And as newcomers to the space, we were like, how is this so difficult? Why is there a gas war? Like, how about people like us? So we were very indignant about it, and my brother was like, let's try to do our own NFTs for fun. I was like, are you crazy? Like, how are we gonna do that? He was like, you draw, I go read the code, and we'll figure it out. So we literally just decided to do our own experiment 1 week after buying our first NFTs, basically. So and this toasty idea that we tagged on to the project was something that I always kind of dreamed of, but not in this format, of course. But I always felt like, I wanted to start a brand for people who like to stay at home, who like to feel warm and toasty, who are maybe introverts. And then I think over the years, I saw different trends. I was like, oh, we could do a self-care subscription box, call it toasty, call it warm. And then when I looked at the NFT space, I was like, okay, it's very bro. There are a lot of collectibles that are designed more for males. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, nature of the space. And there were a lot of like women collections, but they're all like PFPs of women. And I'm like, I'm a girl. I don't want to collect just pictures of other women. I want to collect things that I find cute. So I was like, okay, let's go with bread and let's make a pun, warm and toasty. And then we actually do toast as NFTs. So that's kind of how it started. And it just became a hobby between the two of us. And we also told ourselves that, okay, what's in the NFT space right now is not very sustainable. It's definitely a hype cycle. So we gave ourselves kind of like time. So we started around August, and I think we were like, okay, no matter what, by end of the year of end of 2021, we must have tried this and see where it goes, because we don't think it will last that long. So the NFT market actually lasted longer than we thought it would. I think the peak was in February of 2022, like early February, right at the end of January and early February. So, but of course you can't foresee and everything. So we kind of just rushed into it. And I forgot the original question now, but that's kind of how it started. Yeah.
Chanel, before we
Yeah.
go back into the question, I just wanted to say, I was also around the same time as you. I joined the NFT space around the same time as you, and I was also there when you were also trying to mint CyberKong VX. I was also there because
Yeah.
I've already researched that project as well, and
Yeah.
I was really waiting for the mint day. But then
Yeah.
I remember that day that gas prices were so ridiculously high. So what I did
Yeah.
was I just waited for everything to be minted out and just went to OpenSea and bought what I liked in
Yeah.
the secondary.
Same.
So you also did
Yeah.
the same. That's
Yes.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we were using the trades on OpenSea in the middle of the night. I'll never forget it, because it was the first time that we were doing this together. Yeah.
that was so fun, right? I mean,
Yeah.
never mind that prices have tanked now, and that we're
Yeah.
all that I'm in the red with this bet. But it was so fun. That's one of the things that I really like about NFTs.
Yeah.
It's just the collectability of it, the creativity of it, the way people design it, and the variability. And you get to just, for example, I love Azuki. It's my PFP currently. And sometimes if I'm just bored, I just go through OpenSea and just look at different Azukis and just daydream that one day I would have, a certain type of Azuki, right? So
Right.
I love that thing about NFTs. And
Yeah.
but then going into Tasty Toasties, did I hear it correct?
Yeah.
You're an artist as well. You were the one who you were the one who drew the whole art.
Yeah. Yeah, I drew the whole thing. I wouldn't necessarily classify myself an artist, but I knew how to use Photoshop from like secondary school days. So I just doodled a little bit, and then I fired up Photoshop, and I saw, a lot of NFT art is very simple. Like if we were to look at Cool Cats, which was, huge last year.
Yeah.
And then Cool Cats spawned a lot of, like I think there was like I can't remember, so many other stuff that looked like Cool Cats. I was like, okay, I mean, it's really simple. I can do something like that. So that was kind of the inspiration. I was like,
Yeah.
let's just keep it simple. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very good insight in NFTs.
Mhm.
And it's very obvious that I really put some thought into it because I've been it's my dream to create my own NFT collection. But I've
Yeah.
noticed that the photorealistic, the more detailed something is, the less likely it will be successful.
Yeah.
People really want something more simple, something
Yeah.
playful, something cute, perhaps something like Tasty Toasties. So going back into Tasty Toasties, I guess the concept there is just basically cute looking
Yeah.
bread
Yes.
that people might enjoy, as an eye candy.
Yes.
Maybe you could walk us through. And again, for selfish reasons, I want to learn more from a successful founder like yourself. Tell us, like, because NFTs is not just art, and this is also
Yeah.
for the benefit of everyone here listening,
Yeah.
right? Who want to create their own NFT collections. It's not just creating nice art. There's you have to create a Discord group. You have to gather people around. You have to create your community around it. You have to
Yeah.
create some FOMO, some buzz, some utility, roadmap, and all of these things. I'm not even counting the smart contract programming
Yeah.
part of it, right? And even creating
Yeah.
your own website. So,
Yeah.
could you walk us through the whole process? And I guess, what were the initial difficulties that you encountered in creating the community?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. All of those elements are needed for an NFT project. The most difficult one is definitely community building. And not just that, hitting a critical momentum that's necessary for your project to be visible amongst all of the traders. So my project's very unique, I think, in the space because we failed once. And I didn't shy away from that failure. I didn't just say, like, I'm going to draw something else and relaunch under a different name. None of that. And there are pros and cons to it. Even today, we suffer the legacy of that first launch that didn't go well. But I think ultimately, it boils down to the team, whether it's a small team or big team, the team have enough authentic networks and connections within the space, because there are a lot of people who are signing up, grinding for whitelist, they just want to get the spot. But then on the day itself of the sales, they will still see what is the momentum in the market before they put their money behind it. So how do you reach that critical momentum? You cannot do it yourselves. If you're a small brand like me, I think I was very extremely lucky. I met a couple of people in the US who were very supportive of what I was trying to do. And come my minting period, they really reached out to their networks and told them about us. They put us on a lot of Twitter Spaces. There was one day I was on Twitter Spaces for 15 hours straight. My phone was on an ice pack and water got into the phone. It was a mess. So um, just kept talking about it. And I think once you hit a certain percentage of sales, like maybe 50-60%, that's where things will start to fly. And of course, market timing is very important. The first time that we tried to launch Tasty Toasties, we did that in November 2021, and it was right after NFT New York, last year's NFT New York. And I was already so ready to sell, but in my own ego, I didn't, accept the fact that the market was going down, and that, maybe people who said they were interested back then, because I took a little bit of a time off to go for the trip, right? So I wasn't online every day chatting. Then, I lost a bit of momentum. I was like, no, you know what? I've been doing this long enough. I mean, I have been doing that for 2 months, and I felt like it was long enough. Looking back, it was very naive, but I was like, let's open the mint, let's sell. And then, we didn't do well. So it was definitely a lesson. And then we kind of just waited. We were also in a bit of a pickle because we hard coded our smart contract that we couldn't change the price, so we couldn't make it cheaper on the spot. We couldn't change the max mint, so the max mint was set at 4. And I had some friends who were like, Chanel, I want to buy 15, but I don't want to like keep clicking through the thing. Can you please change your max mint? I was like, no, I can't change it. My smart contract is like locked in. So we had to do a whole new smart contract, and then we kind of waited. And then suddenly when we saw in January the market kept going up, then we rushed to rebuild the community, rebuild the momentum, rebuild the smart contract, lowered the price. And just so happens that when we did the second launch, the market was at the peak, and that really helped us. And also, of course, in between November to January, I did another trip to the US and met more people, and that's where I had the Peters meeting of a couple of people who came to really help with the second launch. So yeah, I think my advice, to anyone looking to do this, don't underestimate the how quickly the market can work against you. It's really powerful. But what you see is the success cases. They really are the 1%. Like, I still find myself extremely lucky. For everything that you see that goes viral on OpenSea, there are like probably 100 others that failed. Underestimate the real authentic connections that you have to make before you can see success yourself. And of course, I'm not saying, go and make friends for the purpose of selling your NFT project, but like, like for me, like I contributed, I think, a lot to other people's projects as well. And like I helped help them talk about their project, or maybe privately I give them tips, behind the scenes. So I think all of these things, when it came to the week that we were selling NFTs, they paid back in kind. So yeah, be authentic.
Excellent advice, and it's very inspiring to hear your story, like that roller coaster you experienced, the fail of the first mint, and now it's pretty successful. You have a built-in community. So I just wanted to ask, what makes your NFT collection different from others? We know there's like several NFT collections, like hundreds or even thousands of NFT collections. So what sets yours apart among the others?
Yeah, I take pride in the fact that I have a very different business approach to the NFT space. And it's kind of it kind of took like the bear market to really reinforce this for me. But what I've come to realize is there's no point rushing to fit the trend of what everyone else is doing. So I believe that we are going to set ourselves apart from other projects by taking this approach, because from day one, for me, the NFT project was a way to kickstart an e-commerce and merchandising business. And I think right after Minter, a lot of people were like, when token, when next collection, when this, when that. And I was a little bit indecisive. I was like, do I really need to listen to what everybody is telling me to do right now? Or, shall we wait and see how other people experiment and how they fail first? So I took the let's just see what other people are doing approach. And then, some people launch their own tokens, token dump, NFT price dump. Some people launched more collections, it inflated the whole supply. It wasn't managed properly. They didn't think it through. They didn't think through the strategy to have more NFTs. I don't necessarily think it's bad to have more NFTs. I just think it has to be done in a proper framing. So yeah, I think that's what sets my project apart from other projects, is that I'm slow. Which in NFT space sounds like you shouldn't be slow, but I think ultimately what people forget is that it takes time to build premium brands. Or even a normal everyday brand. It takes time. That doesn't go away whether or not you're using NFTs as the vehicle, or you're using traditional means as the vehicle. What I'm trying to do here is really have a brand that one day, maybe 10 years down the road, it's in multiple retail locations around the world, and that kind of thing takes time. It takes credibility. So I think if you are too fast to hop onto a certain trend and it doesn't go well, it actually sets it back a little bit. So I'm not saying you can't recover from it, but it sets it back. Okay, so yeah, and I think what sets mine apart also is that it's simple. Because one of the things that I saw a lot of NFT projects have is like staking, tokenomics. You put here, you get X number of coins every month. And then you get a raffle, you get a win prizes. A lot of the people, when you step out of your computer and you go walk around in the day-to-day street, so many people are not even aware of NFTs or crypto yet. Maybe they are aware, but they're not involved. And I feel like when you have such a complicated project, it's very hard to gain brand visibility, because if you look at a customer acquisition funnel, right, the more complicated your project is, the more narrow the customers you will have. So if I'm trying to do a retail and e-commerce brand, or something that I hope all the kids at school, they will carry this around on their school bags, I need it to be simple. I need it to be like, oh, okay, I just buy this NFT and it gives me discounts for this. That's all. Like, full stop. At least for now. And I'm really happy that it's just that. For people who want something more, I think there are a lot of other gaming NFTs, but for me, it's a medium for brand provenance. It's a medium for brand storytelling. We can see on the blockchain that the old smart contract came out last year. The new smart contract came out in February. And that's when the brand was born. In 10 years, it will have this history, this mark of history, which I think is what is the whole point of having artwork forged as tokens. Otherwise, you can just keep it in the original way that artwork was done. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna latch on to that to those two words that you just said, brand provenance. I think that is worthwhile to repeat to everyone here listening. Brand provenance. So, and I'm actually blown away by the level of insight you just said in those few paragraphs, Chanel. But if I had to, I
Thanks.
guess, summarize in a nutshell, your insight was really keep it simple
Mhm.
and take your time or be slow. it's
Yeah.
kind of
Quite
it's
contrarian.
kind of counterintuitive, but I guess it works. It works, especially in your case.
Yeah.
By the way, our chat is blowing up right now. So everyone, excuse me, Shannon, if I'm gonna do a little bit of Tagalog.
Sure.
Welcome sa mga nandito na nakikinig, nanonood ng Fresh Money. Grabe kayo, ang dami niyong sumasabog yung comments natin. And I know ang daming nagsasabi, magpa-Jollibee. Jollibee, Chanel, are you familiar with Jollibee, the most famous
Yes. Yes, the
fast
fried
food
chicken.
restaurant?
Yes.
And everyone right now is asking for Jollibee here on Fresh Money. Guys, makinig naman kayo, please. This is a very important show and we will learn, especially from our special guest here, Chanel, how to really do it right in the NFT space. So please, oh now, okay, fine. So now people are asking for Jollibee from Chanel, our guest. Please, guys, let's have a little bit of respect. Huge. Shout out pala no to our very good friends Free and Arpo from YGG Alerts. Thank you guys for simulcasting simultaneously casting this live stream on YGG Alerts, and we really love you guys. Thank you for all the support. And of course everyone listening, stop talking about Jollibee and let's all pay attention to this to this NFT project called Tasty Toasties. But I digress, Chanel. So Tasty
Yeah.
Toasties, very cute stuff. Any roadmap, utility? This might be against your philosophy. I'm not sure. Maybe you're
Yeah.
just gonna get back to me and tell me there's no roadmap or anything like that. But I have to ask. Is there
Yeah.
any utility, any roadmap? What is the future in store for Tasty Toasties?
Yeah, for sure. So, I think what I've seen a lot of big projects convert to lately is also, just throwing out the roadmap idea, because the space moves and evolves so quickly. So if you have, I think what you can have is like a rough guideline, but of course, if things change along the way, you should have the flexibility to change as well. So we kind of do take that approach, but of course, there are still some things that we told people that we wanted to achieve when we first started selling the NFTs. So the first thing that I just knew I had to do, no matter how much it cost, even if we fail, we have to at least try, was of course to have all of the merchandise ready for retail. It could be a totally different business altogether, e-commerce, but we'll try. So we do have the merch ready. We are looking at opening the shop by the end of this week, if the IT backend doesn't give us any more problems. So I'm really happy about that. The utility for the holders is that they will get the goods at extremely good prices, because of course they really helped us, kickstart the business. So we'll like really cut the pricing for them. And then for everyone else, maybe some people, they like the brand, but they just can't be bothered with the NFTs. They can kind of support the artwork through owning the physical merchandise. So that's one part of the roadmap. The second part is I am looking to expand. So I'm very amused that everyone is asking for Jollibee. If anyone here runs the Jollibee franchise and you're listening, you can actually be a part of Tasty Toasties. Let me show you how. So I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
not even kidding. Yeah, yeah.
That
Um,
was my next request. I want to see the Tasty Toasties NFTs and I heard you have something new in store, like the website, a new website.
yeah. So, oops. Oh my gosh. Can you see it?
Yep,
Yep, yep.
we see it.
Yeah, yeah. So we just relaunched our website today. So if you're looking at it today, this is brand new. And what I mean by the benefit, since we're talking about utility, is we do want to grow the number of partners that we have on who give out discounts to our holders. So in Singapore right now, at three different locations, we have like 10% off the menu for Great Coffee Bar, with 10% off all menu items forever at the parlor, and we also have 5% off this wine shop. So if you run a Jollibee franchise and you're listening and you want to offer, you want to start growing your NFT community to come and hang out at Jollibee, like just click contact and email me. And we will be happy to offer Jollibee discounts to all Tasty Toasties NFT holders. So yeah, how we do this is we use a token gating app that works offline. I won't go into details here, but there's actually a setup guide that people can read to see how they want to set this up on their phone. It's really secure. The big NFT brands, Body Yacht Club, World of Women, they all use this, and NFT New York. So it's something that we've also enrolled in for our NFTs. So offline discounts are one of the, I guess, utility that we offer right now. And so this doesn't go anywhere right now. And yeah, I think that is the interesting thing. Like, I think a lot of NFTs, that maybe they can try and do this kind of program, but maybe their artwork doesn't necessarily match food. And because Tasty Toasties is food, I felt like it was just only natural for us to start to grow into this kind of food membership utility, so to speak. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love the idea of focusing on food and food utility, and the holders having deep discounts on the actual merchandise. So Chanel, I noticed like 3 cute little toasties at your back. Are these the actual merchandise that you're gonna launch and sell?
So the main character is. The other 2, we'll see how the business goes, because we gotta like pace it out. So this one definitely is. This one's available. He's the main character. And then for the burnt toasty, we have the smaller version. It's a clip, and you can hang it on your back. Yeah,
That's so
cute.
cute.
Yeah. And then for the guys who maybe don't necessarily want this, or maybe you do. I mean, it's 2022. You do you. But for people who don't want a plushie, we have some caps coming soon. This is the cap with the bread, and it says, "Let's get this bread." And then we have a GM cap. So it's GM because some of the toasties, they have a GM trait, which is a GM hat.
That's interesting. What do you mean by GM traits? The bread itself has a GM written on it?
Yeah, they're wearing this cap. So
they're wearing the cap.
Yeah, they're wearing the cap. So we decided to make the trait into the actual merchandise. And maybe I can announce it here. I didn't even think about that. But so everyone who has the GM trait on your toasty, you get additional discount off the GM hat. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So like anyway, this is the story behind the characters. We have 5 main characters. You can read it on the website. I won't go into it here. But if you want to see the GM trait, just go on to Rarity Sniper, and you can filter by, I think it's garnish, yes. And then you can see GM.
Oh my god, these are so cute. This is the first time I've seen it. So there's also a toasty that has an egg inside it.
Yes, there's GM. There's GM. There's a GM cat. There's egg. There's ham. There's Marmite, but I put Marmite. there's coffee. Oh, there's a whole bunch of twins here. They have different faces, but they have the same outfit. But yeah, so these are the NFTs. For everyone who might be looking and asking, why are the NFTs so cheap? They were always cheap. We gave away 1,000 to 1,500 free during the mint, and then the mint was 0.02, and then we never mooned, so we never crashed. So I think we're kind of like the same price as it was when it first came out. So yeah, all the toasties are up for. They're looking for their forever homes. Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down too. So keep it simple. Take it slow.
Oh, she left.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But guys, actually pagkakataon natin magtagalog konti. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Let's show our support naman to our special guest, si Chanel. She's from Singapore, and maganda naman yung I'm really excited about her project. Ikaw, ano tingin mo, Jed?
Sorry, I couldn't stop.
It's okay. It's
no
okay.
Problem.
I was saying, Chanel, that I wanted to write down the insights that you were dishing out. So keep it slow, keep it simple, and also don't moon. Right? So I'm gonna add the third one. Price it low and don't moon.
Yeah, if you don't moon, you don't disappoint people's people will be disappointed, but the first wave of people who will be disappointed will leave, right? And then the true fans stay. So something I came across very recently actually is this thesis called 1,000 True Fans.
Oh,
I
I love
Oh
that
yeah,
by
yeah,
Kevin Kelly. That's my
Yes,
favorite.
yeah.
yeah. So I just learned about it recently, and I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, actually that has been secretly my approach this whole time. Like, yeah,
How many NFTs did you sell for the first collection for Tasty Toasties?
I honestly forgot how many exactly, but the collection is 7,600. The reason I forgot is because we did give away some free at the start because it was the second launch, and then we wanted to make sure people come back and see. Because typically when you don't sell out the first time around, people just kind of delete all the information they have about it. So we gave away some free, and then we started the mint after the free phase. So it should be about 6,000 over NFTs that we sold out of the 7,600. Yeah,
My thesis
Nice.
was also because that article, A Thousand True Fans, was
yeah.
born during the Web 2 era. So my
Oh.
thesis is and during that time when I was reading it, Web 3 didn't even exist yet. So
Mm.
my thesis
Mm.
is that in Web 3, that's even more so. It's even more
Yes.
true because
Yeah.
in Web 3, you really allow people to take ownership, to have vested interest in your own project, in your own enterprise. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, Chanel, if
Yeah.
Web 3 will give birth to a new theory called 100 true fans because LTVs of long-term lifetime value of people, of users in Web 3 is much, much higher
Yeah.
even for GameFi projects in particular.
Yeah.
But anyway, the chat is blowing up. I just like to highlight you're getting new fans, Chanel.
Oh, that's cool.
Juan
Yeah.
Benedict Tan just said, cute ni Ma'am Chanel, pati accent ang ganda, hehehe. And what that really means is, you're so cute, even your accent, your accent is so cute as well.
Thank you.
And I heard you also sing. Maybe you can sing for the audience here.
Sample.
I I think
uh,
you did some sort of jingle or is there a theme song for Tasty Toasties?
there is. I have not done the music video, but we do have a new theme song. I can sing the first two lines.
All right. All
Go,
right. Drum
go.
roll, Jet. Let's do a drum roll. Three, two, one. Okay, go.
Okay, it's GM got out of bed. It's the weekend. Let's get some bread. So that's the first two lines.
That's it. Oh my god, that was
Yeah.
so nice. You should have sang the whole thing.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll save the whole thing. You guys have to stick around for the whole thing.
No. We'll do that as a utility. For
Yeah.
everyone who buys a Tasty Toasties, they get to have Chanel serenade to them live in a live Zoom concert or in the Central Land. We'll go to the
Yeah.
Central Land. Oh wow! So everyone's just saying, "Let's get some bread. Let's go, galing my talent." You're very talented, Chanel. So you can draw, you can do partnerships. You just did a partnership. I'm just amazed at your BD, your business development talent as well. You just did a partnership on the fly with that Jollibee offering.
Everyone
Guys,
knows Spam Jollibee, right? Spam Jollibee. Yeah. Dude,
That's a
if it goes
Jollibee.
through, if it goes through, Tasty Toasties NFTs now on the floor, just I don't know how much they are. I don't really keep track, to be very honest. Maybe like $10-$20. You just go to Jollibee for like what, 5 times and you make it back. Every everybody
that's
goes
a,
Spam Jollibee. Yeah.
that's a really nice proposition right there. So,
Yeah.
guys, anyone who owns a Jollibee franchise, message Chanel right now, and you get to hear for the first time live the first ever, I guess, the theme song of Tasty
Yeah.
Toasties, right?
Yeah, it'll be a new theme song. We have a theme song on YouTube now, but this new one will be the new theme song.
What do we have else in store? Should we look forward to, everyone here? What should we look forward to in Chanel? Sorry, Chanel, in Tasty Toasty. So I know
Yeah,
you're gonna do merchandise. You're gonna sell some merchandise, and
yeah,
then there was that new website that you just showed us.
yeah.
What else can we look forward to?
Yeah, so, I think what we've been exploring and talking about more is getting more partners on board for, the discounts for the holders. I think that's an easy thing for us to do. Separately also, I really want to grow the character stories a bit more. And I've just been, busy with like setting partnerships and, all the tech and stuff. But once we are steady state for all of these backend stuff. I want to go back to the original, which was drawing the characters and developing the story. So for anyone who goes to our website, you can read the initial stories of the characters. I think there's a whole universe that I want to explore with who they are as Toasties. And if you actually read through the stories, they're not just happy. They all have a little bit of a personality quirk. Like somebody is brave, somebody is existential, somebody is tired. Like, so I want to expand on those personality traits so that the universe becomes a bit more fleshed out. So yeah, I think the easiest thing maybe I'll start with is comics, but we'll see how. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, the comment section is really popping up, and there's lots of questions from the community channel. So I'll just flash
Yeah.
them. So this is from Brandon. Why name Tasty Toasty?
Yeah, fantastic question. So I like the word toasty because it means warm and cozy. So we are kind of thinking of making it a pun for the NFT space, because at the time that I started doing this, there was like cool cats, dope dogs, pudgy penguins. It was all alliterations. And then so we were like, okay, what word we're going from? Toasty, we'll put tasty. They both start with TY. So that's kind of how it started. And also, I thought that bread would be a very good meme for the NFT space. It's not necessarily a profile picture. You know, no one really. Someone was asking me very early on, do people really want to use bread as their profile picture? But I never really thought about it that way because I felt like they were digital collectibles. I just thought that bread would be very memeable because bread also means money in a lot of cultures and in rap music.
That's true, yeah.
So like, let's get this dough, let's get some bread. So I thought, you know, it would have that potential meme degen, but at the same time, for it to last as a long-term brand, you know, there's bread in every culture. So yeah.
Next question from Lester. How do you plan to sustain your project?
Yeah, great question. So we were also affected by the crypto crash in the bear market. So I think right now what we did was to just cut out things that were not really necessary for the brand to survive. You know, everyone's pay got cut. I don't take any money from this. I'm just doing it for fun now. And I think if we focus on the story and the universe, I think for me it will always be a creative outlet. So I don't see it ever going away. And the cash flow for the project, it would be through potential brand deals in the future. I do see NFT communities and NFT projects becoming the new KOLs in the long term when you want to partner with big brands. So I do intend to try and explore down that direction. And of course, you know, merch might be one part of it for cash flow during the bear market. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And another one from you, Ren. What is your goal in your project? What's the end goal of Tasty Toasties?
Yeah. Fun and enjoyment for all the people who love bread and bread memes. And I hope that while we are still a small and young brand, we will be very accessible for people to try to buy an NFT for their first time. Because I think it's very rare, at least this is the feedback I've heard, it's very rare to see a project that hasn't mooned but has a founder who has done a lot of public interviews and, you know, is willing to share their failure. So I'm hoping to add a level of credibility to the space that I think a lot of people outside NFTs or Web3 or crypto always don't find. You know, they're very skeptical about the space. So yeah, my goal is education for now, and then we'll see where the journey takes us. Yeah.
All right. So some other interesting questions that was brought up by Coco Crunch. So I'll just translate this into English. Is there any possibility that you would create a new collection for certain kinds of bread? So not just a loaf, but because we have this popular bread called pandesal in the Philippines. So are there any plans to create a new collection for like pandesal in the Philippines, or maybe the other national breads like in France, like the baguette? I'm
I
just
am
curious.
googling what pandesal looks like now. I mean, I never say never. If Filipino following, I'd be happy to do I don't know, puffy pandesal. It looks
Sounds
puffy.
like a brand.
I just googled it. Yeah.
Okay. Then
That would be cool, Jed, no? If we could
yeah,
do ensaymada,
Cremada.
pandesal, ano pa ba? Coco, ano yan?
Mamon.
Mamon. We're just I know we're just naming the famous types of breads in our country, Chanel. Anyway,
Amazing.
perhaps
Yeah.
perhaps maybe for the second collection. Go ahead, Jet.
Just the last few questions from the community. So, Ma'am Chanel, how many NFT collections do you have?
Oh, that I've launched?
That you own, I
Or
believe.
that I
Yeah.
own?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. I.
Too
I
many to
can't. I
count.
can't. Yeah, too many to count. Yeah, I think I saw my OpenSea of like 190 NFTs. Of course, a lot of them are Toasties, but
Oh,
there's a lot. I can't count. Um, yeah, but maybe I'll shout out my favorite one, Goblin Town, other than my own.
Goblin
But yeah,
Town.
whoa!
yeah,
Did you mint that?
I didn't, but I got it quite low. I got my first one quite low, but I bought on the way up, and everything went down. But it's okay. But I love Goblin Town.
Oh man, I love that project.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question from Christelle. What is your favorite meal in Jollibee? Have you tried Jollibee, Chanel?
I have not.
Oh,
But I would
okay.
assume I would assume what I love is chicken drumstick.
Well, that's
Yes.
the best
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that's what they're known
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. Spicy chicken drumstick, can't go wrong. Yeah.
All right, that's it from
Awesome.
the community.
That's it. Perfect. Chanel, I'll just I guess take a step back because I wanna double. We're almost at the top of the hour, but I think we can just talk about the last few things on our minds. But for me, it's really just if you had to boil down, because I think your experience was very unique in the sense that you came at it, you experienced, you didn't, the project didn't gain adoption instantly, but you kept at it and at it
Yeah.
and at it, and then it was successful. If you really had to boil it down to maybe just one thing, two things, three things, what would you say was the critical thing that was crucial to the success that made you successful second time around?
Okay. First thing, it truly is international connections. Focusing on your home market is not enough at this stage. There's not enough people. And I think culturally, Asian markets tend to be a bit more conservative. You know, they would want to see like where is this money going to go to? You know, how likely am I going to make a return of it? So I would say what I've noticed is Asian markets are a bit more trend followers. I think what really made the difference for me was the US market, because a lot of them, they were like, I'm happy to support you no matter where this goes. So international connections is the number one thing that's necessary. I did a lot of media and AMAs in Singapore for the first launch, but come mint day, there were people who supported, but a lot more people are just kind of like sitting and waiting to see what happened. So it was not enough. The second thing I would say is being authentic and being true to your vision. I think I definitely felt very lost during the first failure because we still wanted to do the NFT project, but a lot of people were telling us I should just totally do a new brand because this brand is already stained, like we already failed. But I just felt really sad, like if that was the reason to not do something that I liked. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep trying. So I think just being authentic and staying true to your vision is necessary. Of course, you know, if you fail like 10 times, don't like that means the market has already said no. But I think one failure is not necessarily a good sample size, you know, to know like that's definitely a failure. And then I think lastly, uh even if you don't sell out, it's not the end of the world. You know, I think there really are a lot of factors that could be out of your control. I know friends who did another project, they're doing so well now, and they did the community building correctly, everything, and on the day of their launch, Luna crashed. So sometimes things are just out of your control. They still managed to sell out, they did really well, but it was obviously really stressful, right? To be launching a project and then suddenly Luna crashed.
Yeah.
So so yeah, I think sometimes, you know, just leave it to fate. If you've done your best, you've put in your all, and it's fine. Yeah.
All right. Before we wrap up the episode, Chanel, so any shout outs and how can the viewers reach out to you and the Tasty Toasties community?
Yeah, for sure. So go on to the website tastytoasties.io. or www.tastytoasties.com. And you can find links to our social medias. You can come in the Discord, chat with us. There are quite a few people who will always be there every day, myself included. And I think shout out. And I know you guys asked me, who am I most grateful for? I was thinking about it. I was like, number one, so easy. I'm most grateful for my community. I'm most grateful for, shout out to the like 10 people who come and chat every single day, no matter what, and just say GM. Of course, there are more than that. But yeah, really thank you to the community who've been here, whether it's a bear market, a bull market, and just like giving me the strength to continue on doing this. It's great to have everybody's support, and we'll see where this goes. Yeah.
Awesome. Chanel, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, my
Not
pleasure too.
only Yeah, and not only are you very gifted, but also I get the sense that you're a very genuine person, and you're really here
Thank you.
for you're really here for the long run. I'm always reminded of that saying, play long-term games with long-term people, and definitely you are one of those people. Um, I'm so excited to see what's next for Tasty Toasties, to be honest.
Thank
And
you.
I'll probably actually browse the OpenSea links
Same.
tonight
Yeah.
before I go to sleep. But it's so cute. It's so amazingly cute. Yeah, and good. Best of luck to you. And I really wish you all the best, and really hope for bigger things to come from Tasty Toasties and its community as well. So thank you, everyone who has stayed with us here in this live stream. Thank you as well. Thank you for your wonderful questions and for making Chanel feel very, very welcome. So Chanel, thank you too, and God bless to you. We'll see you around in
Yeah,
the
I'll see you.
metaverse.
See you.
Thanks, Chanel.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for having
Chanel.
me. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. All right, Jed. Ganda,
Yeah, it's a
guys.
very interesting, exciting discussion of that. I love how she shared how to build an NFT collection because I've been genuinely curious as well. And her approach is quite contrarian to how many people approach the crypto space, since we're always how things are innovating so fast, how we have to all keep up with the different trends. But she took it slowly. She took a more sustainable path and approach and kept things simple and allowed this community to develop organically and keep it really tight knit and to weather this crypto winter that we're in. So I think it's very
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
sobrang interesting. Like, contrarian nga eh, di ba, Jed?
Mhm.
Parang pag sa mga NFT projects, normally puro hype, FOMO. Pero siya hindi, di ba? Mabagal lang, keeping it real,
That's right.
type niya yung art niya, gusto niyang gumawa ng merch, go ahead. Hindi masyado nag-moon, pero at least okay lang. May mga genuine followers. And even if that's the case, I get, parang it's very obvious how parang happy she is, no, in the space.
Yeah.
Parang she gets to do something that she's very passionate about
Yeah.
and she's very excited about, no? So, you know, kudos to Chanel. I'll definitely keep track of this project going forward. And not to mention everyone here listening, take note, and I hope you took notes, no. Napansin nyo kanina I was writing down some stuff
Yeah, yeah.
while she was talking about it. One of the insights that I got from her was really international market. So
Mhm.
um, siguro probably based just sa Singapore, kaya it's a small country. But very interesting to me that she mentioned that naging critical yung for her tapping the international market, especially the
Yeah.
US market. No, so for everyone listening, sure ako, I'm like 100% sure sa lahat ng nakikinig, at least may isa dito, may balak na gumawa ng NFT project. I hope that you guys learned a lot from from Chanel's own story, no? She really kept at it. She kept it real. Keep it slow, keep it simple. Wag ka mag-FOMO, keep it authentic. Mas okay wag
Mhm.
mag-mood and be true to your vision, diba? And as much as possible, build your community. Somewhat like, I guess, PDAX and YGG is doing right now, right? YGG
Yes.
alerts in particular. So, grabe, like the chat is blowing up. It's right in my screen right now. Thank you guys again for attending this live stream. And don't worry, pag naka-break tayo ng mga records, Jed, magpapa-Jollibee tayo, 'di ba?
You know.
bucket of Jollibee. Pero siguro ipaparaffle na lang natin. If we give it to all the hundreds of our viewers, malulugi tayo dyan.
Malugi tayo.
Sir, okay, anyway. So yun, thank you guys for listening. Ito na, I think this is where we're at now, where the point where everyone is waiting for, no, which is we're gonna announce the winners of our raffle for YGG, right? And again, before we announce the winners, just wanted to say super thank you to everyone who joined us, and big thanks to Fee and also Brian Uitepio, or Arpo of YG Alerts, for constantly providing us with huge amounts of support and love. No, so Jed, I think you have a copy of the winners that they drew for this episode.
Right. Do I need to flash their names in the screen? Because I can't seem to find it.
No need naman. No need naman.
Okay, okay.
So,
Great.
I'll type it here na rin. Ay, yeah, nandiyan na. I guess you typed it.
All right.
And then, guys, so once Jed announces your name, just be sure, Arpo, I'm not sure about the procedure, but be sure to contact us and also Arpo from YGG, no? Just to be sure. So go ahead, without further ado, drum roll.
All right. So the winner of the raffle for today, these 4 winners will have 500 pesos in from PDAX from YGG Alerts. So for our first winner is Kenji Dimanao Mesa.
All right.
Congrats.
Kenji. Congrats, Kenji. Be sure to contact us and also YGG Alerts for claiming your prize. All right. Next one.
For the second winner is Huge Ren Erickson. So congratulations as well. For our third winner is Charles Mel Sampayan. And last but not least is AJ Santiago. So congratulations everyone for winning 500 pesos.
Okay, guys, huwag kayong ma-disappoint. And huwag kayong umalis muna because meron din tayong sariling prize, no, from PDAX, which is 300 pesos worth of crypto. Jed, tama ba yung sinasabi ko?
Yes.
300 pesos worth of crypto, and which will be deposited into your PDAX account?
That's right. You just have to take a screenshot of this webinar as we flash your name in the screen and send it to our Facebook page.
Perfect. So I hope guys you guys got that. So balik ako sandali, no, for the 4 winners that we just named. I will name it again para in case no you missed it. Number 1, Kenji Di Maano Mesa. That's the first winner. The second winner is Huge Ren Erickson. The third winner is Charles Mel Sampayan. And the fourth winner is AG Santiago. So Brian just messaged me to claim your prize. Just send a PM to YGG Alerts. All right? Send a PM to YGG Alerts to claim your prize. Don't forget. Next, don't feel disappointed kasi magbibigay tayo ng sarili nating prize din from PDAX, from the PDAX community, no? Jed, why don't you also do the honors of announcing? And also, if you could again paki-repeat lang paano nila makikita yung prize. All right.
So for our first winner is Brendan for asking this question. So just to recap on the mechanics, you just have to take a screenshot of this webinar and PM our Facebook page and send the screenshot to us so that you can claim your prize of 300 pesos worth of crypto. All right. I hope you took a screenshot already. If not, you can just play it back. Next is Lester Cledera for asking about the sustainability plans of Chanel. So thank you again for that question, and just take a screenshot of this webinar and PM our Facebook page to claim your prize. Lastly is Huge Ren Erickson. So you won 2 prizes today, one from YGG Alerts and one from PDAX. So sir, just take a screenshot of this webinar and PM our Facebook page to claim your prize of 300 pesos worth of crypto.
Grabe, Huge. Naka-jackpot ka. Alam mo ba yan? Nasabay? Na nakakuha siya ng 2 prize?
He won in YGG Alerts also, and he won in us.
Nice. Congrats, man. I mean, we're happy for you. And for all the listeners out here, again, I'd like to repeat, no, we will keep on giving more exciting prizes as we go along in PDAX Fresh Money. Again, I'd like to repeat, we're gonna have a special episode this Wednesday. Wednesday, guys, this Wednesday, 2 days from now, 6:30 p.m. Tune into YGG Alerts Facebook page, or you can also watch it in our PDAX Facebook page, where we will give away, I'll repeat, mga sneakers na to. Real, like, di man real, but syempre digital. But,
I'm
NFT
gonna get
sneakers.
Jordans.
NFT sneakers, guys. NFT sneakers ng Step In. Na pag meron ka, pwede mong takbuhin at pwede ka rin kumita ng extra rewards, no? Through GST coins. So we're gonna give away that. And at the same time, stay tuned again sa Twitter account ng PDAX, because we will do a like and retweet promo where people who do that, they get a chance to win more sneakers and more and now tokens naman, GMT tokens. So thousands of pesos worth that we're gonna give away. Number 2, I'd like to repeat, sali kayo sa Digitex. It's gonna happen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Stay tuned in the Facebook page and in the Twitter pages of PDAX for more information. Pwede kayong sumali through Decentraland. Pwede rin kayong manood ng talk sa Zoom. Sama-sama tayo with the De La Salle community. That's very exciting. And I'd like to note and stress also, we're gonna give away mana. So 2,500 pesos worth to the grand prize of mana tokens. And we're gonna give away free Decentraland wearables merch t-shirts. So please stay tuned. Maraming ganap this week, Wednesday, and also next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the Digitex event. Jed, wala akong masabi. This has been one of the most fun episodes ever.
Agree.
And sobrang game kasi ni like Chanel is such a character.
Agree.
And she even sang for us, no? So parang like that was like kind of like a high water mark for this episode. We broke records I feel like we broke records this time around. We had so much people tuning in, and also our first ever international guest. And Step In will be coming in soon. So another international project naman na, no? So
Yes, sir.
everyone listening in, please stay tuned for more developments. Hindi lang matatapos, hindi lang tayo mag-e-end with Chanel and Step In. Many more exciting guests to come.
We're just getting started, guys.
We're just getting started. Thank you everyone who are still here. I hope you guys have a great day. Jed, any last words for everyone here?
Yeah, I just hope you guys, thank you so much for joining and supporting us, especially our early supporters. I'm just really happy today, like what Pat said, we broke a lot of records, care of the YGG alerts for simulcasting, the international guests. So I'm just really glad that we're making some strides with the podcast, and we hope that you guys stay tuned because we're still lots of exciting things to come.
Right. Well said. Guys, sorry, hindi kami masyado nakapag-shoutout, pero I'll take note. Okay, ito, Jared Medes, shout out to you, sir. Papakita mo raw puwet mo. Okay, please do. May time pa tayo. We still have, I think, 30 seconds in the podcast. I'm just joking. Shout out to Brendan as well. Guys, don't forget, keywords sa PDAX Fresh Money, guwapo and pogi. Every time you say that, we're obliged to shout out your names.
Auto shoutout yan.
100% sure yan. But I think we should just start next week kasi pare, we're already out of time. But thank you everyone again for joining. We love you all. We'll see you this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Thank you guys. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. See you.